At 10:30 on a given night in Lisbon, an 11-year-old boy would slip out to the back door of a local McDonald's. He was far from home, entirely alone, knocking on the door to beg the staff for leftover burgers because he had no money for food. Home for that boy was Funchal, the capital of the isolated Portuguese island of Madeira. It was a world entirely disconnected from the wealth and glamour of professional European football. He grew up sharing a single room with his 3 older siblings. His mother, an overworked cook and cleaner, had initially asked a doctor for an abortion because the family was completely destitute. His father, traumatized from combat in the Angolan War, spent his days as a municipal gardener and his nights battling severe alcoholism. Named Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro, after his father's favorite actor and American President Ronald Reagan, the boy found exactly one escape from the walls of that small house. He spent countless hours in the streets with a football. Leaving that island for the Sporting CP Academy in Lisbon at age 11 broke him. He cried daily, but the isolation and the extreme poverty he left behind forced an absolute obsession with winning. Success on the pitch became his only viable mechanism for survival. This diagram illustrates an anatomical heart suffering from tachycardia, a medical condition where electrical pathways cause the heart to beat dangerously fast, even at a resting state. At age 15, Ronaldo received this exact diagnosis. Doctors told him the condition meant he had to quit playing football entirely. Instead of retiring, he opted for cardiac ablation. Surgeons used a laser to cauterize multiple faulty electrical pathways into a single route, stabilizing his resting pulse. Hours later, he was discharged. Within days, he was back in full training. 3 years after surgeons repaired his heart, an 18-year-old Ronaldo lined up for Sporting CP in a friendly match against Manchester United. He spent the game repeatedly taking on veteran English defenders, turning them inside out with such aggressive pace that United right-back John O'Shea was reportedly left dizzy on the pitch. The performance was so overwhelming that United's manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, refused to leave the stadium that night until he officially signed the teenager. Medical science fixed his erratic heartbeat, but his own relentless work ethic, staying on the pitch to drill long after the rest of the academy went inside, turned him from a physical liability into a generational prospect. When Ronaldo arrived at Old Trafford, he was highly entertaining but inefficient. He played as a traditional wide winger, heavily reliant on complex dribbling and showboating. This extra flair frequently frustrated senior teammates, particularly Ruud van Nistelrooy, a clinical striker who relied on immediate service into the penalty box. The breaking point arrived during the 2006 World Cup quarterfinal. After a physical clash resulted in a red card for his Manchester United teammate Wayne Rooney, cameras caught Ronaldo giving the Portuguese bench a sharp wink. Overnight, English fans declared him public enemy number 1. Faced with an entire country booing his every touch, Ronaldo retreated to the gym. He spent the summer heavily bulking up his frame and systematically stripping the useless flair from his playstyle. He returned to England as a direct, physical, and highly efficient attacker. This chart displays his goal production for Manchester United. After hovering at modest numbers in his early years, the post-World Cup evolution results in a massive vertical spike. He produced 31 goals in the 2007-08 season, earning him his first Ballon d'Or at age 23. Ronaldo requires immense external pressure to force his own evolution. The intense national hatred provided the exact systemic adversity he needed to reconstruct his game. In 2009, Real Madrid paid a then-record 94 million euros to acquire him. The club had not won a Champions League title since 2002, and the entire organization expected Ronaldo to end the drought. Looking at this line graph of the 2013-14 Champions League campaign, you can track his scoring output against historical records. He delivered the long-awaited La Decima title by reaching a peak of 16 goals in a single European season, breaking every historical scoring metric. In Spain, he was measured daily against Lionel Messi. Competing against another historical genius forced both players to continuously redefine the sport's upper limits, matching each other hat-trick for hat-trick. Real Madrid was the environment where Ronaldo fully optimized his output. He abandoned his early identity as a touchline entertainer, positioning himself centrally to become the most lethal, efficient goal-scoring asset in football history. In 2016, he extended that dominance to the international stage, Despite suffering a knee injury early in the final match, he actively coached from the sidelines, helping the Portuguese national team secure their first major international trophy. Approaching his mid-30s, he transferred to Juventus, proving he could immediately adapt and maintain his extreme scoring volume within Italy's highly tactical defensive systems. But his subsequent return to Manchester United quickly unraveled. Off the pitch, he suffered the tragic loss of his newborn son. On the pitch, the club was struggling, and he clashed severely with the new manager, Erik ten Hag, over playing time and tactics. The tension culminated in a highly publicized, scorched earth interview in late 2022. He openly criticized the manager, the owners, and the lack to infrastructural progress. Within days, Manchester United terminated his contract, effectively ending his career in the European elite. Extreme dedication can optimize an individual player, but a single individual cannot outrun the systemic breakdown of a massive organization, nor can they entirely compartmentalize the weight of deep personal tragedy. Weeks later, a 37-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo walked down the tunnel in tears after Portugal was eliminated in the quarterfinals of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Global critics immediately declared his career over. Instead of retiring, he executed a massive pivot. He signed with Al Nassr in the Saudi Pro League, securing a contract worth a reported $200 million a year, instantly shifting the geographic center of the global football economy. Within a year, dozens of Europe's top players followed him to the Middle East. He transformed the Saudi League into a major international talent hub, proving his unique power to move entire financial markets by simply changing his address. This infographic maps the scale of his current operation. He is now a Forbes-verified billionaire, controlling a massive commercial empire of hotels, fragrances, and gyms, backed by the largest social media following on the planet. Ronaldo's ultimate legacy is his mind. By applying an uncompromising, ruthless dedication to self-improvement day after day, he proved that a starving kid from an isolated island can literally rewrite his own destiny.